Hello everyone and welcome to episode 70 of the TEW 2020 New Japan Pro Wrestling series here on the channel. It is the anniversary tour, and we have a major main event as far as for the first time in the series, and man, I can't remember the last time there's been a straight up IWGP Heavyweight title matchup on the Sakura, or oh my god, about to Sakura just on the anniversary show. Thinking ahead here, as the anniversary show, usually meant for heavyweight champ versus junior heavyweight champion in an exhibition match. Not this year. You get a IWGP Heavyweight title matchup in the main event. Tetsuya Naito versus Shinsuke Nakamura. The winner will go on to take on the winner of course, the New Japan Cup at Sakura Genesis. This is, the last stop for Nakamura, and this is a big opportunity for Tetsuya Naito. I mean, potentially, you could see anywhere from him beating Shinsuke Nakamura today and having a nice break in between the cup to then, defend his title for the first time against a beaten up challenger. Would be, as far as that's a great strategy if he's able to pull that off, obviously. But as far as the tour show, everything is almost pre-booked as far as days 1, 2, 3. As far as it's only a 4-day tour as far as the first 3 days of the actual tour show. Then, of course, the final day being the normal event. But so there is that. We got basically everything pre-booked. I don't know why I didn't just full on pre-book everything, but it's just nice to sometimes just add a match when you're just kind of feeling as far as at the booking page there. But for the card as a whole, it looks like this. So with the opener, Pentagon Jr. versus Taiji Ishimori. The story of this card, a lot of it is Task Force Death versus House of Torture. You're going to have 3 of those matches. The next match is a tag match between those two various stables. It has Eddie Kingston, Shota Umino taking on Brody King and Drew Parker. 6-man tag of Alexander Hammerstone and the Time Splitters of the Kingdom Strong Style versus Sanada, SP Kento, and Bushi. Of course, SP Kento, the junior heavyweight champion. But also, for as far as having another type of LIJ Kingdom of Strong Style matchup as well there. Claudio Castagnoli finally gets to take on Katsuyori Shibata. He's been racking up a lot of wins already in his quick debut with us, and as far as he's going to go through, he's issued the gauntlet to Katsuyori Shibata. He's going to go through, if he can, as far as going through Coughlin, Connors, and there's going to be a tag match at the end of the tour at night 3, where it's going to be him and Fred Rosser going to team up against Katsuyori Shibata and Carl Fredericks to kind of see how that's going to play out, because obviously Claudio's still a free agent, not a part of any stable or group. He has been just mowing through singles competition and really showing off his stuff as of late, which has just been a fun little story to show. Then we got a New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team title matchup. So, of course, we saw the champions be crowned for the first time, and now they have their first defense as the Astronauts are taking on Brody Lee and Black Taurus. That should be a fun little tag match there. Brody and Black Taurus are a fun team, and I think that matches up well stylistically, too. You got a heavyweight guy, you got a junior guy. Should be a fun little matchup. Then a junior tag team title matchup. Robbie Eagles and El Kakue. I thought about making it a triangle tag, which is why there was an extra versus there, but I went away from that and kept it with Robbie Eagles and El Kakue of House of Black taking on Mex of Blood. It should be a fun little junior tag team title matchup. Probably shouldn't be higher than the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team title matchup. Kind of looking at things there, we might flip that actually. Yeah, I think we'd go ahead and flip it. In the co-main event though, Never Openweight 6-man tag team title matchup, House of Torture, which is going to be Jay White, Miro, and Masashi Takeda against Kenta, Rey Fenix, and Pac. Should be a fun little matchup there. And obviously we talked about the main event. But yeah, this anniversary show, this would be what? The 52nd anniversary show? Yeah, that should be it. But anyway, this is a big time matchup though. Naito and Nakamura should be fantastic. Of course, I think we might get 100 finally on this. We got the 100 in the All Japan series. I think, well, All Japan / UJVW series, but I think now we're going to get the New Japan one. We got the 100 event with Wrestle Kingdom. I think this match is going to be it. I got a good feeling in my gut about that. But, yeah, we did edit some of the stats on the newer guys. We talked about doing that. Rex Steiner, who's still considered Young Lion, so I'm kind of waiting to pull the trigger. It doesn't look like it, but I actually gave him, the stats that he has Some of it, he was even better. As far as I think the only thing I edited was the star quality, the charisma, and kind of the stuff like that was kind of low. But everything else, pretty much the same as what it was in the game. So I just took what was on the January 2024, as far as database, and put it onto Bronson Steiner. Of course, we're gonna have him be Rex Steiner because that's such an awesome name, and also Narita and Shota Umino as well. Shota Umino definitely got a noticeable boost, it seems like. And I think Shota Umino as well is a little bit better. Still not great, but it is what it is. I didn't want to edit like the popularity and stuff because I thought that'd be a little bit cheating. But the skills, I think, at least make sense. Even then, some of it's basically the same. So it's kind of weird that I wanted to do that, and I think it should benefit some guys, but also I don't think it's going to benefit them too much at the same time. It's kind of funny. But yeah, let's get on with the tour. We should be moseying right along here. Backstage incidents. Oh, just one. Okay, never mind. So Toshiko Kojima passing on microphone work to Heiharu Tomoe, of course, the New Japan Strong Openweight Champion. That's crazy. Nakamura and Tanahashi against United Rage. What a fun little main event that is. So, as far as the main, if we have a main, this House of Torture Task Force Death 10-man tag is probably it. Shota Umino gonna get the win against Drew Parker. We'll see exactly how well he has come along here as of late. Dark Order and Blast Off at the 6-man. Brody, Black Taurus, and John Silver against Takuya Nomura, Fuminori Abe, and Shun Skywalker. It's going to be Steel Show matchups. Black Taurus going to be beating Shun Skywalker. And then House of Black versus Mexa Blood, the 6-man tag. Malachi Black, Robbie Eagles, and El Kukui. We could just have that be the Steal the Show matchup. We'll kind of leave everything else to chance. But Robbie Eagles beating Samurai del Sol. That's a big win and giving them a little bit of a advantage going into their junior tag team title matchup. And that's why, as far as planting the seed for them to be a challenger for those junior tag team titles, give them 17 minutes. I think that's fair. There's Joe Doring, Tomoya Harada, Shelton Benjamin, King Mo, Harada beating King Mo. We haven't had Joe Doring and Tomoya Harada team. Just figured maybe that'd be a fun team, though. Doring's awesome. Harada, I think, fits stylistically with him. Should be a pretty fun little matchup. And then Claudio and Clark Connors, the technical masterclass matchup, as Claudio's going to get the win. And we'll actually have that be after the Doring and Harada matchup. I just feel like that's going to be a better decision there. So our match that we have to add, first of all, I want to make sure that I pick somewhere to have the tour show be at. Don't really want to run the convention center. Boy, we really don't have a lot of options. We might just have to run the old Dream Me's here. It's not great. Yeah, the economy's in the toilet, wrestling industry's in the toilet. We might actually just run the Toyoshi General Gymnasium. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, so, obviously we want to have it to be like a tag match. Kind of want it to be somebody that hasn't really been booked. United Rage could be a good call. We haven't really used them in a hot minute. It's been a couple of weeks at least. Yeah, give them Justice. Why not? Yeah, it was back in September we did this last. That'd be a nice little matchup to have. It was an 82 we did it on Strong. Should be better this time around. We'll see. Actually, let's make it a 6-man. Why not, right? We'll go with the Court of Justice. And then Justice. Shit. Fucked it all up. That's alright. We'll just go Tai Chi. And, we'll go Josh Alexander. There. It's 20 minutes. Josh Alexander get a win over Hanare. Good stuff. Good stuff. Obviously, United Empire, hell of a stable, and we want to make sure they look very well, even though we have not seen Zack Sabre Jr. since his defeat to Shinsuke Nakamura. So he's just been lying low. We've been having that story be told a little bit. I wouldn't mind that being the co-main event, honestly, but I think we're just going to run it like this. And let's see what we get for the opener. 63, not bad at all. Yeah, Doring and Arada outperformed King Mo, Shelton Benjamin. Figured so. We're definitely going to have to probably rehaul the roster a little bit. I think it's time to maybe freshen up a little bit. I love the idea of the foundation. It's a great idea in theory, but now I think Shelton's gotten too old. King Mo's gotten too old to where it's not really benefiting anybody. Now, Myron Reed's great. Shane Strickland's great. And kind of, and Fred Yai, of course, is great. There's a core group of guys that are very, very solid. I don't know if we should absorb them into Flight Club. Maybe try that on and see how that works out. Just a couple of ideas to see just kind of what would happen. But Tomoya Arata with the brainbuster though over King Mo, and that's a nice win. Nice little man. Claudio with the neutralizer, 1546. He's still not there, but he's trying. He's getting there, slowly but surely. We want him into that 70-80 range. 76 for House of Black against Mexa Blood. Robbie Eagles pinning Samurai del Sol with the Warp 4-5. Solid matchup here. Obviously, El Kukui's still struggling a little bit, but pretty solid stuff all the way around. Pretty solid. 77, yeah. For the 6-man, United Empire versus the Court of Justice. Great Khan tapping out Hanari, the Cobra Clutch. It's good stuff. Yeah. Great Khan, best guy in the match. Him and Juice, 77s and 76s, not bad at all. There. And 73 for the co-main. Not sure what happened there. I guess Shun Skywalker wasn't really up to task there. And Brody's definitely struggling. I can definitely tell. Age has definitely gotten to him. You know, he'd be, unfortunately, obviously Brody no longer with us, but he would be, I want to say 43, 42, something like that. So up there in age, but sucks that he's declining physically, because I still think he'd still be able to work in early 2024 at the same pace he was before his untimely passing, because he was still obviously very much full steam ahead. Like I don't think he was really slowing down or anything. They were booking him really well too, as far as they were letting him kind of squash people too at that same rate. I mean, that's a solid match though. It could have been better, but at least Abe, best guy in the match though. So it's a great feather in the cap for him. And then at 78 for the 10-man, as Task Force Death beating House of Torture. Shota Umino does have the injury, so you do have to put that into consideration. Didn't even think about that. I forgot he's working with the strained rotator cuff. But yeah, as far as he got a 31, it's pretty bad. But Pac was the best guy in the match. That's no surprise. Kenta and Miro did really well. Ray Phoenix as well there. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. That's a solid little main event. Could have been better if that was in the 80s, but it is what it is. I'm definitely not upset with that or anything. As on to day 2 we go. Alrighty, night 2, got a backstage incident. See what it is. Of course, it's Satoshi Kojima and Hayato Tamura as he's passing a microphone work to Hayato Tamura. Ooh, boy, that looks like I'm surprised that went so poorly. I'm assuming because the opener sucked. Because that main event sounds good. Odd. Quite strange there. Man, I guess we'll have to run. Yeah, I mean, I think that Mars gym's like 450 people. Yeah, might as well just run Osaka. Might as well. Since we know we could sell out that venue. Main event, though, will be Shinsuke Nakamura, Alex Shelley against Tetsuya Naito and Bushi. As Nakamura's going to beat Bushi there in 20 minutes. Hell of a main event, though. Should be solid. Oh, I forgot Shelley. We should just have that be Kushida. That would be easier. Yeah. Oh, that's right. They have poor chemistry. God damn it. Well, fuck it. Let's just have it be Kushida then. Fuck it. We'll do it live. What a shit show. What a shit show. Yeah, Nakamura's still going to be Bushi, so that's fine. I mean, the match I think is a little, well, I wouldn't say it's better. That's a tough one, actually. I don't think that actually proved a whole lot, but that is what it is. So 6-man, Golden Ace with Blastoff, or Golden Ace with Jason Lee, taking on Calvin Tankman, Will Hobbs, and Alex Reynolds of the Dark Order. So, yeah, we just saw basically the reverse of this with, as far as Dark Order teaming up, with Brody, Black Taurus, and, I just feel like this makes sense to now showcase this side of the Dark Order, as well as Jason Lee's going to beat Alex Reynolds though in 20 minutes. That should be a fun little co-main. Yeah, and then what's, Alex Shelley, Kaji Yamato, SB Kento, Bushi. Oh my god, I forgot. Yeah, Bushi's in this match. Why is Bushi double booked? We'll have that be Sonata. What a shit show. Well, we finally got it figured out, though. As we will have Sonata beat Kaji Yamato there. Actually, I don't mind SB Kento getting the win. But, I mean, that's actually improved as well. Oh, KOSS. KOS. LIJ. Yes. Okay, now, the openers. The opener's probably Tai Chi and Kosai Vegeta, but this is the technical mass class matchup of Claudio Castagnoli out Coughlin, which Claudio will win. Tai Chi versus Kosai Vegeta, which Tai Chi obviously going to get the win there. So, for our... We'll probably go with a tag, obviously. I think a six-man would be a good idea, to be honest. Let's see. Because I think I went Myron Reed, Christian Casanova, and Ye Hai. Taking on the team of the Velocities and Logan Gray. Little undercard six-man. Nothing too crazy. But a nice win for probably the remaining members of the Foundation. Oh, actually, instead of Christian Casanova, let's give that to Shane Strickland. There we go. Like that a little bit more. Shane Strickland will be getting the win. Solid undercard junior six-man there. I like it. Cool. Yeah, we should be good to go. I know, obviously, the pre-booking page is all fucked up, but we got it sorted. Slowly but surely, we fucking got it. It's 50 for the opener. Didn't really wow the crowd there, unfortunately. But Tai Chi gets the win with the Tai Chi clutch. And, of course, because the crowd isn't into it, this now falls a little bit. It's Claudio with the neutralizer, 1626. 56 for the Velocities with Logan Gray against Shane Strickland, Myron Reed, and Fred Yehi. Yeah, I think the Logan Gray experiment has ran its course. It's a great little team for, as far as making a trio, but he's just not clicking. We probably could use a different Aussie in that role, and it'd probably be even better. Actually, should probably get the rest, have the full Velocities. That would probably be for the best there, actually, instead. As a 69 for Alex Shelley, Kaji Yamato against Sonata and SB Kento. Nice, as SB Kento with the Brainbuster over Kaji Yamato. It's crazy because Kaji Yamato, obviously, fan favorite of the channel, but we just kind of haven't really been giving him a lot of wins, unfortunately, because he still can go. Like, a 55 not bad. It's definitely usable, for the roster on the undercard perspective, but yeah, Sonata, though, killing it as well, so that's nice to see. 75 for the six-man, a golden ace with Jason Lee against Alex Reynolds, Will Hobbs, and Calvin Tankman, obviously building up that tag team title matchup that's happening at the New Japan Cup show. It's Tankman and Hobbs getting the win over, Jason Lee, getting the win over Alex Reynolds with the Sunset Flip Powerbomb, as, it's going to be interesting because with that match happening at the New Japan Cup, Tankman, Hobbs, and Ibushi and Hiroshi Tanahashi will not be involved in the New Japan Cup, so that's going to open up 4 potentially big spots for the rest of the roster. That's pretty cool to think about. So from that perspective, then Nakamura and Kushida against Tetsuya Naito and Bushi. It's Nakamura with the triangle choke over Bushi. Solid little tag matchup. It's crazy that Bushi's better than Kushida in this. I don't know what the fuck that's all about. I think it's because Kushida is now... Oh, he's got low morale, that's why. Oh my god, there's a noticeable botch. It was Kushida, who almost got injured from Bushi, so that sucks. But at least, somehow, we saved that card. I don't know how, but we did it. On to the final tour show now. It's crazy how quick this kind of tour is, obviously, because it's only 3 shows in February, then you have the final show to kick off March. Actually, no, I think it's the last show in February, because then, obviously, March, we roll around to the the anniversary of where we started this save. Hard to believe it's been 5 fucking years of in-game TEW. I think we're almost at over 750 shows. And we're almost at year 6. Quite the achievement. Quite the achievement. We're not there yet, though. We're going to re-sign Evil. And, that's probably a waste since we kind of rarely use them. But it is what it is. On to the final night of the tour we go. Alrighty, as we finally don't have a backstage incident. Let's see what we get. As far as... I guess we could run Kanto, but I kind of want to see if we can fill the goddamn National Stadium. So, just going to hang on to that. Don't think we will, but you never know. And the New Beginning tour we ran there. Yeah, I think the Amino Value Hall, not a bad idea for the final show of the tour. LIJ, Kingdom of Strong Style 10-man tag here, as Naito's going to beat Jeff Cobb going into his title match against Shinsuke Nakamura. A little momentum there. You love to see it. Then the co-main, probably this Task Force Death House of Torture matchup, which is 6-man, Kingston, Pentagon Jr., Shota Umino against Brody King, Taiji Shimori, and Drew Parker, as Brody King's going to beat Shota Umino in 20 minutes. We'll go with this Claudio Fred Rosser Shibata Carl Frederick matchup set for Steal the Show. Claudio's going to beat Carl Frederick, so going through everybody of the LA Dojo basically there. Garcia and Kyle O'Reilly against the Court of Justice. It's going to be a tactical masterclass matchup as Taichi is going to beat Daniel Garcia. Fun little matchup though there. And then Kira Francesco and Rocky Romero against the Velocities, as Rocky's going to get the win there. Trying to help build up Akira Francesco back since his injury. Let's see here. Kind of want to have Doring team again with Tomoya Harada. So let's see what we can do, if we can do anything regarding that. Yeah, we'll go Tenkoji. I haven't used Tenkoji in a hot minute. I haven't used Tenzan since December. I don't think it's going to help them out. I don't know why I clicked on Doring. As far as, because I think their pop is literally like the same. It's a little bit better. Yeah. Let's try to help elevate Harada, actually, instead of doing that. Coughlin Connors isn't a bad call. Don't hate that. Don't hate it. Yeah, I think Top Flight's a bad call. Yeah, that's probably... I guess we could maybe go with a Foundation matchup too. Got a lot of different options, I guess. Didn't really go through it all. Kind of think about it. Yeah, I think that's probably for the best to help out Joe Doring and Tomoya Harada. I know Coughlin Connors have had a tough run as of late here. That hasn't been their best of starts here in 2024. As far as, I don't think they have. They're 1-7 as far as they had the one win over Strong over Shane Strickland and Myron Reed. The rest have all been losses. Tough break for him, but we will give the win to Doring here. Be a solid little 10-minute matchup, hopefully. Kind of have more faith in it than the Shibata Fredericks Claudio Fred Rosser matchup, so we'll have it be before the co-main. And let's run it. 64 for the opener, not bad at all. Yeah, Kyle O'Reilly and Daniel Garcia probably should have won, but that will help trying to build Taichi back up after him being gone for a little bit. Decent little match, though. 63 for the next matchup is the Velocities against Kira Francesco and Rocky Romero. Wrong team won. Drew London was best guy in the match. And Paris de Silva outperformed both Francesco and Rocky, so... yeah, just great call there. Great call. Claudio and Fred Rosser against Fredericks and Shibata. Yeah, we should probably get rid of him. Fred Rosser. It's nice to have, like, an enhancement guy on Strong, but it's kind of worthless at this point to keep him on the roster because, he's taking up a roster spot with somebody we could have used somebody else in that spot. Instead, it would probably been a little bit better, but that's tough stuff regarding that. But Harada enduring, beating Coughlin and Connors. Harada's almost in the 50s, but Joe Doring, 72, clearing the way. Revolution Bomb over Alex Coughlin. I think that was the right decision. It's a decent little matchup, though, nonetheless. A 66 for the 6-man of Task Force Death and House of Torture. Man, that Shota Umino's rating is terrible, but he should be all healed up by the time we get to the show. As Brody King, the Gonzo Bomb over Shota Umino, just brutal. Absolutely brutal. 79 here for the main event, though. Thank God this 10-man tag delivers in some type of way. As Nakamura getting the as far as the best rating, but Naito with the win over Jeff Cobb with the Destino. Jeff Cobb with the 48. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Another guy that probably should get the chopping block sooner rather than later. Well, I mean, we saved the card there at the main event, but not the greatest of, as far as, not the greatest of tours. We didn't really light the world on fire there. We didn't have anything like above like an 85. But we had some good performances at least, and nobody got hurt, so gotta find a silver lining somehow. On to the anniversary show. Alrighty, the 52nd anniversary show is upon us, and it is time to run this show. As, man, that Rey Fenix Okada matchup, it's crazy, we were building to that as far as having the junior heavyweight champion beat the heavyweight champion for the first time, and now we go away from that type of philosophy, which was pretty interesting to do. We used to also do a lot of pre-show stuff. We kind of went away from that, mainly because it just felt like we didn't need to at this rate. We're 6 years on the save. I think everybody's pretty much locked and ready to go. But, yeah, it's crazy. The Pac, it's weird. We were 1-1-1. We had the junior and heavyweight champion go to the time limit draw. Then we had, obviously, heavyweight champ beat junior champ. And then we had the junior champ beat the heavyweight champion. It's just kind of funny how that worked out. And now we go away from it as probably just a one-time thing. But it's nice to go away from it sometimes. But Naito, Nakamura's going to get the win. That is his fifth defense, rather, of his current reign here. Hell of a match, though, this should be. And we will give Tanahashi the road agent duties for that one. 34-minute matchup is going to be interesting, though, because that might be a little too long for Naito. We'll see. We're going to keep it, though. Just because I like to live on the dangerous side of things. The House of Torture, Task Force Death. Task Force Death will retain, as Takeda's going to take this loss. This should be a banger besides Takeda's rating, unfortunately, but I'm still super excited to see how this match plays out. And until next win for Kenta and the boys. Eagles and El Kukui. Oh, that's right, we switched that. That's right, Brody and Black Taurus, rather, against the Astronauts, as the Astronauts will get the win, as Abe's not losing to himself. He's beating Black Taurus. 23-minute matchup, though, and that's their first defense, obviously, as I will give that to Liger there. Then the junior tag team title matchup, Robbie Eagles, El Kukui of House of Black against Mexa Blood, as Mexa Blood will retain here, as Riley's going to beat El Kukui. This is going to be the Steal the Show matchup, because I just feel like El Kukui is going to kind of suffer, but everybody else should deliver in that matchup. Then Claudio and Shibata. I'm very nervous about this, but hopefully Claudio gets the win. Hopefully Shibata doesn't get a win because somebody gets hurt again, because that'd be pretty unfortunate to see. We'll have that be Nakamura. Of course Shibata's unhappy. What a prick. As Kingdom of Strong Style, Los Ingobernables de Japón, as Shelly's going to beat Bushi there in 20 minutes. Nice little win for the Kingdom of Strong. Now I'm thinking about it. It's LIJ won last time at the New Beginning show. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's what we'll do. Shelly Ibushi. Then Eddie Kingston, Shota Umino versus House of Torture. We're rolling the dice here, Shota Umino coming back from injury, thank God, so we know it's going to be a little bit better than what we're used to seeing. We're going to give him 20 just in case it's not enough. I'll have Yamasaki be the agent here. But yeah, the House of Torture team will get the win there, obviously, since Task Force Death are going to win in the title matchup. And then Pentagon Jr. Taiji Shimori. Nice little win for Taiji Shimori here. So Pentagon Jr.'s beaten him every single time they've had a singles match. It's only twice, but it's been at Best Super Juniors and then at the Road to Dominion show, which was 2023. So they've basically had a singles match every year for the past 2 years, 3 years now. But yeah, I think it's a nice decision. Pentagon Jr. It sucks because Pentagon has had a tough go of it as of late, losing to Atlantis, losing to Claudio Castagnoli in these singles matches. But I think as a whole, it's better than being on. It's better than not being on the show. But it's still early on in the year. A lot can still happen for him. Don't you worry. It's Pentagon Jr. I can't job my guy out like that. That would be a fucking disaster. So yeah, the National Stadium is nowhere close to being a possibility. Yeah, I mean, we might as well just run the Dome. Might as well. Fine by me. Kind of want to... maybe somewhere else, though, too, at the same time. Just kind of look and see our options here. Because we could run the Sapporo Dome. Could even run the Pepe Dome. I don't hate that. But yeah, probably should just run the Tokyo Dome. Just makes sense from that perspective. Oh, also, almost forgot. We're going to see an appearance from Zack Sabre Jr. He is back, and you see him watching intently during the Claudio Shibata matchup. As after Claudio's big win, Zack hits the ring. As far as throws his speech, his pitch to Claudio, saying we need to be the best, as far as for United Empire. Look at the names we have. You got myself, you got Great Khan, Walter. You have some of the best junior heavyweights in the world. You got some of the best tag team wrestlers in the world. You have the best of the best. And to complete that, Claudio Castagnoli joining the United Empire, pitches with it, with that pitch, and saying, "Don't worry, we're not only the biggest, but we will be the best." Because let me tell you this right now, Claudio. Shinsuke Nakamura, Tetsuya Naito, y'all better be ready. Whoever wins tonight, and whoever wins the New Japan Cup, just know I'm your first challenger. Wrestling Dutaku, it's going to be me versus the heavyweight champion. It's already been approved by the board. Nakamura, you better hope, you better pray that you are not the champion going into Wrestling Dutaku. Beating you 3 times, you've only beat me twice. Just because you beat me on the biggest stage doesn't mean anything. That's fueled me, that's motivated me. I've been working my ass off, getting better and better, training-wise with our United Empire training facility. And this is what I want to be. I want to be the best of the best. I want to be the first British heavyweight champion. This is what I see for United Empire, the top of the top. And you could be there, Claudio. And Claudio just kind of ponders it and just kind of scratches his head, kind of thinking, he just walks away. Doesn't give an answer. And Zack just kind of shrugs, and that's the end of the segment. And just like that, we don't get an answer from Claudio. It's mainly the focus is on Zack's promo, mainly, but in pitches, Claudio to join UE. But yeah, that is the focus with for Zack Sabre Jr. Here's a guy, as far as credentials wise, kind of crazy how well he has done in this save. He's one of the only people. It's him, Naito, or I don't even think it's him and Naito. I think it's him, Nakamura, and Okada that has won the King of Pro Wrestling, the G1, and the New Japan Cup. He's also, he's won, obviously, the Intercontinental, the Never Openweight title. He's done basically everything but be the heavyweight champion. And obviously, he was the tag champ, thanks to the Dangerous Tekkers run. I believe they had the belts when we started, yeah? Oh, no, they didn't. Never mind. So, yeah, he hasn't done that either. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that is the, as far as, from that perspective, the people that have been on that list. Very, very positive. It's those 3. Yeah, because Nakamura won it last year. Hiromu's close, though. Hiromu's done everything but win the G1. He could be that guy to add to that echelon. Tanahashi, if he wins the Cup, he'd be another guy. Or not the Cup, he wins the King of Pro Wrestling. He would join that list, obviously. There's a lot of others. We could, so I don't have to really run through the names. But, as far as just a little... Shibata hasn't won the G1. I don't know why I was thinking he has. No, he hasn't won it. Goto, if he wins the King of Pro Wrestling, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's it. Yeah, we can talk about the show now as far as, so, some big plans. Some big things happening. Zach's return. Seeing Claudio Castagnoli, scouting the man, and not only scouting him, giving him a spot in the United Empire. Having the Swiss Superman join would be pretty incredible. You could imagine a team with him and Walter would be pretty sick. Him and Josh Alexander would probably be a pretty awesome team. Even him and Zach would be a probably sick team. But, doesn't give him an answer. I mean, at least if you're Zach, at least you didn't get a no. But, I think we're squared away here. And we should be good to go to run the show. Let's get it. 72 for the opener. Not bad at all. Pentagon Jr. should have probably won because he outperformed him. And again, why does Ishimori keep on using that yes lock? I thought we fixed that. Oh well, it's Brody King and Drew Parker beating Eddie Kingston and Shota Umino. I don't know why. We edited Shota Umino's stats. He's still pretty bad. He's better than what he used to be, but he's still pretty terrible. Kingston was the best guy in the match, though. The right decision was made, though, to have House of Torture get that win. Kingdom Strong Style, beating LIJ, Shelley with the Border City stretch over Bushi there, and SB Kento, though, he's got a long road ahead as far as we know, potentially. As far as, at this point, it's like, is it going to be Naito and him, or is it going to be him and Nakamura? Sonata, best guy in the match by far. So it's crazy. At least Kushida's getting better now that we fixed his morale issues, so that's nice. Decent little matchup, though. 78 for Claudio and Shibata. There we go, Claudio. He's almost in the 80s. This slow little, we're building, slowly but surely. He wanted to say he wants to beat the best, and he issued that challenge. Or not issued his challenge, but he kind of in his debut promo with Shibata, since it wasn't going to be Bryan Danielson. That was the plan, but Claudio and Shibata, they get their matchup, and Claudio beats him, and he's been on a tear. That is for sure. 68 for the promo as well. Solid stuff. Solid stuff there. 73 for the junior tag team title matchup. El Kukui, Robbie Eagles, Ryu Lee, and Samurai Del Sol. Ryu Lee's the man, though, as they pinned El Kukui in 12 minutes. Yeah, he's getting better. Kukui, he would have been in the 50s, but he's off his game. All around, though, I'm pretty pleased with that performance, especially from the tag champs. They did really, really well there. And 83 for the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team Championships, as the figure 4 leg lock for Fuminori Abe getting the win over Black Taurus in 22 minutes. Solid match, though. Even with the great chemistry, they still got outperformed, did Brody Lee and Black Taurus. Brody's role has definitely shifted. I think you all can kind of sense that. He's not the same Brody that he was when he started. Just the guys have just gotten better than him, unfortunately. But he's still valuable, and he's still, obviously, the Dark Order's still fun to book. But definitely, Hobbs and Takeman have kind of took their reins as far as being the best guys of Dark Order, which is pretty wild to think. That's a solid matchup, though, nonetheless. And our six-man tag co-main event, Kenta, Ray Phoenix, Pac beating the House of Torture team's Kenta combo into the Basaiku knee. That's their third defense. They've, of course, hell of a trio. 92, 90, 89 across the board from the Task Force Death team. And if Takeda's not in that match is way better, but it is what it is. Was kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place there. Kind of worked herself into a bit of a predicament. Probably been easier if we had Ishimori there, and then either did Takeda in Pentagon Jr. or Toru Sugiura in Pentagon Jr. and had Pentagon get the win instead, but it is what it is. And a 96 for our main event, the IWGP Heavyweight title, Shinsuke Nakamura with the triangle choke in 33-38. Stop beating anyone with the Boomerang, but solid match. Naito was declining a little bit physically, which we kind of expected, but Nakamura was penalized for inconsistency. Still did a 94, though. 96 for the main event, pretty solid for an anniversary show main event, and all around pretty pleased. The card as a whole kind of struggled a little bit, but I'm surprised this was the best undercard matchup, honestly. Figured this would be about there. I didn't know if Ryu Lee had it in him to carry it to like an 80 plus range, and he certainly tried, but fell a little bit short there. And it's crazy Shota Umino was involved in this match and got a 70, so that's, kudos to everybody else in that match as well. Man, who to put over is the question. Probably Nakamura, though, for sure, and Ryu Lee, and as far as, I don't want to kind of, Task Force Death guys have kind of been put over a good bit already. Maybe Claudio. It's not a terrible call. Yeah, we'll go with that. Solid stuff. Pretty solid show, and just something different. Had an actual main event caliber, heavyweight title matchup, and Nakamura's had such a fun little reign. It had just the first not even 3 months, first 2 months of his 2024 campaign as the IWGP Heavyweight Champion. He's had a heavyweight title matchup with Zack Sabre Jr., Barbaro Cabanero, and Tetsuya Naito. All three very different opponents in their own way, but that's been a hell of a run so far for him. And it's crazy because he won the belt at Wrestle Dynasty, and even though it seems like he's only had the belt for like 160 days, it's been a pretty impactful run so far. So that's great to see. But now on to episode 71 will be, of course, the New Japan Cup. Always an exciting time to run that cup. I'm super pleased with how it runs, and just as far as think we've made that cup, obviously, we want to make it a big deal, but I think for the past couple of winners, as you kind of go down memory lane, the Ashino, the Hiromu, the Brodies, even the Ishii winning for the first time, it's all been first-time winners, and I think they've all been a respectable opponent for them as far as being the champions, or as far as, going on to challenge for the champions. It's been 2-2 so far. First 2 lost, and the last 2 have won, so we're at 50-50 as far as from that perspective, as far as the potential winner going on to win it all. It's crazy. Zack was in the finals. Nakamura was in the finals last year. Naito has been in the finals before, but obviously he won, 2016. So it's been interesting. It's been an interesting couple of months couple of years for the New Japan Cup. But we're going to be, as far as no Tanahashi, no Kota Ibushi, obviously no, other champions like Ashino, like Tyler Black, like AJ Styles, and Shotaro Ashino, not going to be involved either. But, and obviously Nakamura. But also, no Calvin Tankman, no Will Hobbs. So we're going to be stretched pretty thin when it comes to the New Japan Cup than what we usually are. But I think our roster's at a point where we can kind of get away with it. And, there's so many talented fucking guys. You got Kenta, you got Ray Phoenix, you got Pac, and, you got so many talented fuckers. Zack Sabre Jr. not going to be in it, even though obviously he's not a champion. But since he is, he wasn't lying. As far as him and Zack Sabre Jr., him and Shinsuke Nakamura, as far as in matchup singles competition, he is, as far as ahead, they are 3-2 and had the one draw. He won the first 2 singles matches. Then Nakamura won the IWGP Intercontinental title match from him. And then they had the draw. Then Zack beat him again. And of course, we saw Nakamura beating Zack for the heavyweight title. So he's won all the title matches. Oh, actually, Zack actually won the first title match. Never mind. That was back at Royal Quest, too. That was a 99. Pretty impressive that they will have potentially another matchup, depending on what happens, of course, with whoever wins the New Japan Cup. So that just that is on the horizon. Thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.